Welcome to Scarlet Nexus. In this video, I'm just going through first impressions, and I want you guys to know before we get into this, I am not an anime game player. This is my first anime game that I can actually remember. I do not remember playing another anime game. So there is a lot of stuff that I'm going to miss out, but this is based on my personal experience. There are no spoilers in this video, because I don't typically follow stories to games. This is me judging the game based on the gameplay itself. Did I have fun? What I like about it? What I don't like about it? All that sort of stuff. I have to give a massive thank you to Bandai Namco for hooking me up with a key. I really appreciate it. Especially being a beginner in the anime genre, the world of anime. Because it's given me this opportunity to jump in and see what I think of it. And I do thoroughly enjoy this game. And before we jump into this video, make sure you are subbed to the channel, turn notifications on, and if you want to support me as a creator, there are channel memberships, Patreon, and a merch store you guys can take a look at in the description. Remember, all of that stuff is optional, and without further ado, let's jump into it. So, starting off, I believe there are two completely unique stories to this game because it's very heavily story-driven. I chose the male character, however there is a female one as well, and I believe their stories are completely different. You jump into the game, you have a tutorial, it's going to teach you about the combat in the game, moving around, moving your camera, that sort of thing. The controls are very simple to get on with. I think the keys are pretty much perfect. I don't think you could get any better key combinations. And I'm playing on PC, the game does have partial controller support and it will be releasing on other platforms. When I say other platforms, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S and PC. So you jump in, you start the tutorial, it's going to mainly teach you about the combat, and the combat in this game is your typical melee weapon. I started off with a sword, and then you have something called psychokinesis, if I've pronounced that properly, and that is crazy, adds a lot of fun and variety to the combat, because anything in your environment, cars, lampposts, tables, anything like that, benches, you can pick them up and yeet them at your enemies. You also have different combos you can pull off. If you hold space and left mouse, it'll do an up, strike, dash sort of thing. I don't know what it's called in game, I've completely forgotten. But you basically jump up into the air whilst you're swiping your sword, it lifts the enemy up with you, you can land a nice little combo and deal a lot of damage. Alongside your normal psychokinesis, you will have some superpower, I don't know what it's called, but instead of your right mouse button to use your psychokinesis, you hold down G, and it's going to bring pieces of the environment with you to smash the enemy in the face. And as well as that, you can basically combo it, so it'll give you a random combination of keys, so spamming A and D or swiping your mouse to the right, and it deals heavy damage. I've seen damage numbers in the 5,000s at a very early level with this. I've made it to level 11, spent a few hours on the game, and I do plan on coming back. Remember, this is first impressions, it's not a review, this is based on gameplay only, there's no story part to it, I don't follow the stories. But you do the tutorial, you start off, you learn about what's going on in the game. I've had one single issue with the game in my few hours of playtime, and that being, when you save the game, it does auto-save, but you can manual save it as well. When you save the game, you interact with someone standing next to a vendor. I saved the game and then my mouse cursor disappeared, the game wasn't responding to any of my key pressing, so I had to Alt F4 and start the game up again, but ever since then it's been silky smooth, not a single problem with the game at all. The game looks nice, the soundtrack's cool. They've even thought of content creators and streamers, because if you are playing this game and creating any form of content for it, besides the main intro to the story, every single bit of music in this game is copyright free. I absolutely love that. I have to give credit for it as a content creator, and I want you guys to know as well, because a lot of people point this stuff out. Just because I was given a key by the developers, that does not sway my opinion in any way at all. I'm going to be completely honest in my video. As an example of me being honest, Ubisoft gave me Watch Dogs Legion, and I've done rants on that game, I've moaned about that game, because I feel that game is broken. Scarlet Nexus is a fantastic game. The time I've played, I have absolutely loved it. The combat just feels rewarding. It's not a game you're going to go around like your typical looter shooters that I'm used to, like Outriders, Division 2, Anthem, all that sort of stuff. You're not going to have weapons handed to you on a plate. I actually had to put a message in my Discord because I was confused, and where I don't play these sorts of games, I thought, oh, okay, I'm level 11, haven't received a single new weapon. still using the same weapon I started the game with. So I did a little bit of research, and luckily enough there's a wiki that explains you do get different weapons and stuff in the game. And then I found a YouTube video of someone that's played a lot. They're level 61, they did a weapon showcase, and you do get different weapons in this game. You can get them dropping off bosses, enemies, there are certain locations you'll find them, you can buy them from the vendors. However, you're not going to get hundreds, it's not that sort of game. Another thing I really like about this game are the companions that you can have go along with you. I jumped into the menu where you've got your equipment and your skill tree and stuff, and I saw a party and I thought, this game's not multiplayer. And then I looked into it, I had a look, and it is 100% single player, you can't play with friends or anything. But that party is for the companions that will come along with you when you are running missions and stuff, like when you're playing through the story, doing the different phases. Not only do they help you in combat, they will heal you, and you can have different tactics with them, so you can have them heal you more frequently, you can have them back off when they lose half their health, you can have them just fight, you can have them attack the same target as you, focus on a different enemy, but you can borrow part of their abilities. As an example, the companions I've been able to play with during missions, part of the story, I've been able to add fire, damage to my attacks. I've been able to go invisible, slow down time. Some of these abilities are crazy. The enemies in this game are very unique in my opinion, especially from the typical games I play. For an example, you have an enemy, there's a vase, and then it's got plants coming out the top of it, and it's got legs, and it hits you and it hurts. So from what I've played, I've definitely enjoyed this game. You also have a skill tree. You get, I think they're called brain points or something, and you can do things like increase your attack damage. You can eventually unlock a skill that will automatically pick bits of loot up from around you. And the combat, I played on the easiest difficulty in the game, just because I wasn't playing for a challenge, I was just wanting to experience the game, and there are some parts that will be really tough. One of the bosses I took down at level 11, you get these things called light jelly, which will regenerate some of your health. It will replenish some of your health points, and you are only allowed to hold 10. You can hold 10 for yourself, and then you can hold another 10, but that's to heal everyone in your group. I had to use 7 of these light jellies to keep healing because this enemy, this boss, was tough. But other than that, I don't feel the enemies are too tough. I don't feel they're too easy. I think the balancing is actually pretty much spot on. And that's playing just by yourself with your main character or playing with companions. I don't feel the companions are too weak or too strong themselves either. So based on first impressions, I'm going to recommend this game. Even as someone that doesn't typically play anime stuff, the game looks nice, the music's great, the combat I absolutely love. You have companions, you have fast travel and stuff, you have different worlds to explore, you have big open areas, and some of the enemies do get big. And overall, after a few hours of playing, I'm level 11, I'm having a lot of fun. I'll be back to the game. I don't know what sort of videos you'll see, if any more. I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of content and whether I'm going to post more content for it. But yeah, first impressions, absolutely enjoying my time playing this game. It's running smooth, no bugs or anything like that besides the one save issue which was fixed by simply restarting the game, and it hasn't happened since. However, that's my experience on PC. I don't know what the other platforms will be like. I don't know if anyone's going to experience other problems on PC, but for me personally, it's been a lot of fun and I'm definitely recommending it. So again, thank you to Bandai Namco for hooking me up with a key. And also thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.